Professor Madhu Veeraraghavan is the Director and TAPI Chair Professor of Finance at TAPI Management Institute, Manipal. He obtained his MBA, Finance and Investments and Ph.D, Asset Pricing from Griffith University, Australia. He has held positions at the University of Auckland Business School, Associate Professor 2003-2005 and Monash University, Melbourne, Professor, Head of the Department of Accounting and Finance. He has a teaching experience of more than 17 years and has published over 50 papers in international journals and has presented his work in top conferences in finance and accounting.
It is a pleasure to interact with one of the most published and awarded academic faculty of finance here at Tapmi. Just curious to know, you moved from Monash University, Australia to Tapmi to spearhead several new initiatives here, including the setup of a finance lab, and now you have the entire mantle of directorship for Tapmi as a whole. Why India? Why Tapmi?
Ayush, thank you for the question. Why India? I think I'll leave that to destiny, because I was not prepared to move to India until 2013, and it so happened as a chance visit. I'd come to Udupi to the Krishna temple, and then I ended up giving a paper at Tapmi as a visiting sort of faculty, and then it all happened in one day, and then I took the job within 6 months. So I leave that. Maybe destiny was calling me to move back to India. I think it's a good move. I'm very comfortable. Why Tapmi? Also, I felt that this was a school. I did not know much about Tapmi at the point in time, and I was still Googling about Tapmi, learning what the school is about. But when I first moved in, I realized now there is a lot that I can offer to the school, and there's a lot I can offer to management education in India in general. And I thought that contribution would be well recognized and well appreciated. So that's how it all began for me in Tapmi 5 years ago.
Right. What makes Tapmi so unique from a student or MBA aspirant's perspective?
Okay, so let's look at the legacy. I'm going to answer your question in multiple parts. First, let's look at the rich legacy that Tapmi has. Almost 34 years of legacy in management education. What is Tapmi known for? It's known for academic excellence. You ask anybody today and say, hey, what is Tapmi known for? Any aspirant will actually tell you, sir, I know that it's very rigorous school. Fair enough. Tapmi is also known for innovation. And Tapmi is also known for how we deliver academic programs. And that is something that makes Tapmi a sort of a unique school from the other B schools. So let me also take the second part. For an aspirant, what is an aspirant today looking for? There are 4,500 business schools in India. Tapmi is consistently ranked on the top 20. That is no easy feat, number one. Number two, I am always a great fan of benchmarking the school where I am to global schools, right? And that's important. Now, that may not play on the minds of an aspirant in India, but having spent 20 years outside India, I know that is a key factor as to where are you ranked globally. Today, Tapmi is one of the very few schools in the country that has, well, probably the only school in the country that has 2 times AACSB. We got it first in 2012. We then got it in 2017. We're literally a week or 10 days away from getting Amber, which makes us one of the 5 schools, only 5 schools in India, which would have both AACSB and Amber. And that is an outstanding school, outstanding feat for a school that is 34-year-old. So we're not 34-year-old, we're actually 34-year young, if I put it that way. And the third point I wanted to sort of, summarize, if I were to, is about holistic experience for a student. I come from schools where I've studied back where it's not so much about only curriculum. It is about us being able to create tomorrow's leaders. They're going to be heading corporate India, heading, companies around the world. So my vision for an aspirant would be, and even for current students, is to give them a brilliant, well-rounded, holistic experience. That's what makes a good school a great school. The distinction between why some schools are not able to do it and why some schools are able to do it. I want Tapmi to be consistently looking at how do we innovate your curriculum? How do you make the curriculum student-centered? Right? That is something that we must never shy away. And one of the final points I want to make in answering your question about why Tapmi, because 99.99% of the students, Ayush, who will come to Tapmi and will convocate, will not do what I do, which is writing papers, publishing papers in top journals. They want jobs in the industry. So why should they come to Tapmi? Because we have a great industry interface, where they get two perspectives, a faculty perspective and an industry perspective, a practitioner perspective. That's why Tapmi is Tapmi today.